do my 111.
Three things that went wrong against the Pittsburgh Steelers' 62-yard touchdown run against the starting Buffalo Bills defense in Week 2 of the preseason. Welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. In today's video, we're going to do a game film study review of exactly what unfolded during that 62-yard touchdown run against the Bills. And I know a lot of Bills Mafia is putting a lot of blame on our defensive shortcomings on Tyrel Dodson. This play in particular is not Tyrel Dodson's fault, but there is a chain reaction of events that makes this a 62-yard touchdown run. The first thing I want you to take a notice of in player is number 99, Tim Settle. Notice that Tim Settle's on the ground right now, but what makes Tim Settle fall to the ground? And after further studying, you're going to see the offensive lineman not necessarily pulling, but he's getting to our linebackers. So he's pulling out, and his foot, his leg actually hits the leg of Tim Settle, causing him to fall. So look very close. Number 99 makes his step towards the football, but you're going to notice his leg kick out extra fast. Boom! Right there. Watch it slide, and he falls to the ground. Tim Settle falling to the ground causes a chain reaction to number 98, Poona Ford. And we're going to get a different angle later in the video here, and you're going to see proof that Poona Ford does get tripped up here. So when we're talking about Sean McDermott doing your 1 and 11th, well, Tim Settle's 1 and 11th was taken away because he tripped on that offensive lineman. Poona Ford's 1 and 11th was taken away because he can't push that offensive lineman back, and he can't close the gap or the hole for the running back. So boom, his foot gets kicked out. Tim Settle's foot is out. He falls. Poona Ford gets tripped up. He can't push that offensive lineman back, and the running back gets set free. And it's clear as day, Poona Ford can't drive that offensive lineman. Now, I don't want to take anything away from the offensive lineman here. And the next player we're going to take a look at is A.J. Epinesa and what he could have done a little bit better. But the chain of events here with Tim Settle going down, Poona Ford going down, the interior defensive tackles not being able to push and close those gaps and those holes. Now, A.J. Epinesa, we're going to take a look at the defensive end going against Moore, uses his reach, his shock, right? And the goal here for the defensive end is to contain on the outside. You don't want the running back to hit the perimeter. You want to turn him upfield towards the traffic. A.J. Epinesa is assuming Tim Settle's going to be there. Poona Ford is going to be there, right? But unfortunately, both of them were knocked out by the chain of events of Tim Settle tripping. Now, A.J. Epinesa, to me, could have reacted a little bit faster in this moment, right? I think could have turned it a little bit late after realizing that the running back wasn't going to go to the perimeter. The other thing we're looking at here are the linebackers, right? And the other thing I want you to key in on, Tyrel Dodson, Matt Milano. Watch where they make contact with these 300-pound offensive linemen, right? Before the black line, and contact, and now they're behind the black line. So offensive linemen are ahead of the black line. They make contact with Milano and Dotson. They drive them back. The offensive linemen did get driven back into the running back, but just not enough because the hole was so big of the event of Tim Settle tripping to the ground. And there you go. He breaks it out for a huge, huge game. So I think what we need to do is just take a look at the series of events that all unfolded here. Even A.J. Epinesa, assuming that Tim Settle, Poona Ford are going to be there to make the play. Here's the whole play. Tim Settle comes out, leg gets kicked, he falls to the ground, makes Poona Ford, leg gets kicked, see it again. He falls to the ground. Poona Ford trips, falls, can't drive that offensive lineman back into the running back. A.J. Epinesa is like, why isn't there traffic there? Tim Settle really caused all of this and allowed him to break one free. About to get a different angle of it here, and this is the proof that Tim Settle trips Poona Ford. And you're going to look at the very corner bottom of the screen. Look at the drive on Poona Ford, and then all of a sudden, he just can't drive anymore. He's fallen to the ground. There's no leverage at all. Look at him fall. Look at him fall. And at the very, very bottom, you're going to see Tim Settle come in, There's his helmet. You could see Tim Settle fell on the back of the legs of Poona Ford, who couldn't drive that offensive lineman back into the running back, allowing Warren to have a huge gaping hole. Yes, AJ Epinesa could have done a better job against Moore. Matt Milano, Dotson too. Dotson, I think, was really assuming like that hole would have been closed. But, of course, we could just expect just a little bit more. But the whole point stems back to what Sean McDermott says, doing your 1 and 11th.
All of us have to look at ourselves and say, do my 111th and do my 111th to the best of my ability and step up our game.
It's clear as day that Tim Settle couldn't do his 1 and 11th. Poona Ford was eliminated because of the trip of Tim Settle. He couldn't do his 1 and 11th, and therefore it really negated the abilities of AJ Epinesa, Tyrell Dotson, and Matt Milano. Made Jordan Poyer get out of place. Dane Jackson got out of place. It's easy for fans to just quickly glance at the play and see that we got thrashed for a 62-yard touchdown versus the Steelers, but with just a little bit of bad luck and a chain of reaction of events really causes a huge play by the Steelers. And I think as Bills fans, when we do the game film study reviews, it clearly just diagnoses things and clears things up. But I really hope you guys truly enjoyed my efforts for this video. And if you did, please hit like and subscribe. It really, really helps support me and my efforts for everything that we're doing here. As well as check the links down in the description. Buffalo Fan Shop has free shipping in between now and the first week of the NFL season. So you guys can get merchandise. New merchandise is about to be dropped. Make sure you guys check that all out. Lots of big things coming here. Comment down below any suggestions, feedback, your thoughts on this video. Whose fault do you think it ultimately was? Was it just bad luck? Do you think the Buffalo Bills are going to improve the run fits of this defense? 2023 has a lot of bright things happening here. And as fans, I think we're just picking out the negatives. But I really hope this video helped clear things up. Appreciate every single one of you, and go Bills.